Good morning, everyone. You are welcome to my YouTube channel again, the channel where you are going to be equipped on any analytics work as to prepare you for the job outside there. My name is Gabriel Yanolua. I know I always come with different analytics software and as well different work that will help you and build you even to be equipped based on the job market. Here again, I'm here to teach you on another important topic in Microsoft Excel for Analytics. And the topic I'll be asked to share with us today is filter function. As you can see my screen, so I would like you to help me to subscribe to my YouTube channel and as well to help me share, like, so that you can, that is just a token of appreciating what I'm doing. So you can see different video I'll be uploading as far as analytics is concerned. But we are still at the beginner level, which is using Excel for analytics work. So I've done different videos so that you can check my channel to search for any work that you feel you need to know. Today is for filter function, and filter function is to generate different rows out of the entire database or data set we are given at the same time. And it's a very powerful function that you can use in Excel to generate different bulk of informations in a given criteria based on what they ask us to do. First one, let me start from simple aspect of it, from simple filter function. When we are given data set like this, so we have different data sets. So down to this place. So they asked us to generate out the information for Canada. And I told you that filter function is used to generate different rows, like bulk of rows at the same time. We are having a work to do, and they ask us to generate the information of a particular criteria in a given data set. So filter function is a very powerful function in Microsoft Excel that can generate it out at a go without stress. First one, for me to generate the information of Canada, just any Canada information or anything related to Canada, it will bring it out. For me to do that, I will enter my operator that will enter my filter. After entering my filter, it's asking for the array, which is the entire range of the table. Control Shift, arrow down, then click on arrow right to assign the entire range. So after you have done that, then it's asking for include. What do you want to include? I want to include my country. Control Shift arrow down, then you move down to your function. Then you need to assign this. This operator is equal to operator. Then you're going to click on Canada from the reference point of set that we are having in our M4. Then we are going to close it. When you enter it, you will see that Canada will be generated. And everything related to Canada is what we are saying here. From the country down to store, down to region, dates, items, and sales person. And even to the awards, you can see that the information is generated. If I decided to change anything from here, that peradventure I want to use UK, you can see that it's being automated automatically because that's the reference points where you work with. So let me decide to use China as well. So you will see that anything you do here, the information will be coming here. So let me click on Canada again. So we can see the information is here. So that is the function we are going to use. We assign the entire range, then you click on the include, which is the country, the range of what you want to include. Then you click on the Canada for reference purpose. Then you click on enter. Very simple functions to use. So another way to do it is when we are having another function like this. So this is that one we did. This one is for just one criteria. But if you want to work with two criteria, So we are going to come here for two criteria. So now this is for country and items. In other words, generate every information where items, we can see China and also we can see iron. So in other words, before I move further, I would like to explain different functions that we're having. For example, we have logical function. Logical functions, we have logical statement and we have comparative statement under logical function. Under logical statement, we have and, or, and not. So and is used if two statement is true, while or is used if one of the statement is true. But we have not if none of the statement is true. So, and we have comparative statement. Comparative statement is when we have is equal to the one we did, the one we first did. So we have is equal to, we have greater, less, not equals to. So all those things are comparative to compare different functions together. But yeah, because they're asking us to look for iron that we're having in China, or we want to see how many iron do we have in China. In other words, two statements must be met. But in a case whereby they say if it is not China, let it be iron. So if one of the statement return it. So I'm going to do the two at the same time here, and you're going to see how to work with it. First thing, I'm going to generate iron in China. So the two statements must be met, both iron and also China. You are going to see it as a return value. So when we click on filter again, because the two statement is what I want to work with, I'm going to be working with and. Then click on your array function. When you click on your array function, we move down, then is equal to under this place. So it's asking what we want to include because we want to work with two statements at the same time. Then we are going to generate this include. We are going to open our first parenthesis. So when we click on it, the first one I want to work with country. So I will go back to my function is equal to, then from here is China I want to work with first. Then I'll close it. So once I close it, because I want to work with two functions, the statement must be true. I'm working with and in Excel, and will represent this asterisk. This asterisk represent and in Excel. So in other words, the two statements must be met. Then I will open another parenthesis to work with items. So I'll come to my items again. I will assign the entire range, which by pressing Ctrl Shift arrow down, so we assign it. Then we assign it with this second one, which is the iron. It's iron I want to work with. This is it. Then we'll close it. So when we have it, so it's giving us that this is the only criteria, this is the only information that meet up with the criteria. You can see the first one, China, and also we can see iron. So when we change this, let's try to change this to other country, for instance, Canada, to see whether there is function that. So there is no information for Canada and iron. There is nothing like that. Let's change this to Russia, and let's see Russia. So there's still no information. So when we change it back to the one we use, which is China, you can see that China. So because the first one we did, or the two second one we have done, so that one the criteria was not there. So that's why it's showing the calculation is error, it's showing filter, green filter, which simply indicate that the information was not there. So but China iron, you can see it. But in a case whereby if they ask you that if it is not China, let it be iron. So one of the statement, let it be true. So in other words, this is what we are going to do. You just click on your function again, double tap it. When we double tap it, then you now come to your function. Instead of writing the asterisk which represent and function, click it. You are going to introduce plus. Plus, plus indicates all function. So, but asterisk indicate and function. Plus indicate all function. Now this or when I click on it, I click on, let me do it again. So this is and function. We have our and function here. So we can do it. So for all function, I want to generate for home functions, and let's see what will happen under this our home functions. So it's bringing splits. So now because this reason is bringing split is because the space there cannot contain the information it's generating. So therefore, I'm going to click it here. So I will let me do it down here so that you can see it very well. Because this split, because of the information the classwork have prepared here, you can go through it. So but now I'm going to reference this place. as my reference point, but because of this place and the information I wanted to generate is very large, and this thing is convincing it to generate it. That's why it's bringing split. So let me try to do it here. You say theta, can say theta, then we go back to our range. This entire range, as usual, we assign it. So when we assign it, then we go back to your function, then go to the click on open parentheses, the include, which is the country first. We click on the country to include it. So from country, we assign it. And what we want to see, want to click on China, and then we have assigned China. We come back to our function here. We close it from here. When we close it, then we plus sign. Then is equal to under this place. So we open, which is plus sign, which I say or the like one of the statement must be true or sign indicate plus in a Z. So we go back to your second function or criteria. So you assign the items as well. You assign it with what do you want to see in your items. I want to see iron. So I close it. So you can see that information is being generated now. So you can see because the function, the reason why it was not generating that one first was because of the information is very large for you to do. And that is why you can see it. Now that shows that when you come to this place, let me explain it under this country, that shows that we are generating China and iron. See the criteria here, China and iron. By the time you move down straight here, so you can see that China here, iron, the two statement was met here, but Mexico and iron, that shows that Mexico, the information China was not met, but iron was met. Anyway, I see iron, all these country were not was not met, so they were not true. But you can see that the second statement were true, which iron. This one is open. Iron was not met there, but it's China. So in other words, the first statement must be true anytime we are generating all function. But if these two statements must be true, then we are going to use and represent this austeric. Please don't forget. So austeric, you can go on your own to practice it so that you can master it very well. This austeric indicates and two statements must be met. Why this all function represent an or which is plus which represent the all sign, the second statement of the range. That is how to work with it. So, and that's these are another questions I've prepared. In working with Toronto, if I want to work with Toronto, what I will just do from here, if I want to work with this, I will just come down here instead of referencing this and instead of referencing that one, I will just remove it. I'll put my Toronto there. And instead of working with this iron as well, I will click on ceiling fan. So you can see that this two statement was be met. So if it is not Turkey, there must be ceiling fan. And can you say if it's not Toronto, it must be ceiling fan. If it's not ceiling fan, can you say then it must be what? It must be that two statement must be met. So that's how to work with it. So the class one you can go through it and generate different variables you can use to work with it. So under this place now, another use of filter function. This is another one. So in a case whereby they ask you to generate Mexico, but this they ask you this is a question because this country generate Mexico can generate everything at the same time. But they say remove the word of Russia from the total summation. The what? In other words, the calculation of what of Russia, the what of Russia, any figure, value of Russia, don't calculate it in your analysis. Remove it. So they are asking us to remove it. And you know that the entire what, if we do our summation from here, when we sum it together, when we sum everything, so we can see that the entire summation of the total what is this. So it's what we are seeing here. This is our total what. So from here. So now, what do we want to do? And we have 7,965,000. So when we are having this, and they asking us to remove the what. So the what of Mexico must be removed from here. For you to do that, this is what we are just going to do. Let me do it down here so you can see it. So I'm doing this question, remove the word of Russia from total summation. So just do from here. But the Mexico that they are asking Russia. So what they ask you to do, just write it out so that you can reference that point from here there. Without stress. So I'm writing it out so that if I want to reference other country to be easier for me approaches and to reference it. So I will just enter my filter as usual. So under my range, I will range the entire range. I will range the entire table. So I'll move down to my calculation as well. So now include. What do you want to include? I want to include an country. Don't forget that I want to remove. They ask us to omit it. So now for us to omit a particular criteria, we are going to click on omission sign. Omission sign is when we are having less than and greater than. Less than and greater than at the same time, we are going to use combine. So we are going to reference this point. So when you click on it, when you enter it, so we are going to see that this information has been removed. The information of an what has been removed from here. So we can see that you may not be able to see Russia from here. So this Russia has been removed from this particular, so you can't see Russia. We can't see Russia from this place. Russia will not be there. But now, if I want to remove the words of Russia from here, just the word alone, so I will come back here, I will remove this. So that's if you want to remove the entire Russia from the particular. So this is what you are just going to do. Click on this side and assign it down. You assign it down. When you assign it down, they can enter it. So let's do it again. So let me try to do it again. So when we have the what, the one we did the other time, so we click on array. When we click on our array from here, from Russia, that we are clicking there. So we assign this area. So when we assign it, so then we click on enter, then we have the include. So what we want to include? We want to include our country. This is our country. So this is our country. Then you come back here under under our country. Then we assign it. I say we are just going to click on because I want to remove Russia. It's Russia I want to remove. Um, Honestly, just click on Russia. So you can see that Russia has been removed, not the what. I just want to remove the Russia. So you can see that under this one now, so Russia information has been removed. So we won't be able to see Russia again there. So Russia has been taken away. So by the time you scroll down, so if you come back here and you remove Canada, you can see that Canada has been removed. Let me just do it like that so that you can so you can see that Canada has been removed. You can see Canada. So any country you are given to work with, so it will be easier for you to remove it. So just use this omission sign. When you tap it, click on this omission sign. It will generate it for you. This is it. This omission sign, greater, less, and greater than at the same time. It will take away what you are what you are looking for from the entire range. So it will take it away from what they ask you to do. So that is how to use filter function and also to navigate through it. So you can follow me up for more videos as I'll be uploading more video concerning this that will help you and guide you on on Microsoft Excel for analytics. Thank you for watching. Can help me to subscribe and also follow my YouTube channel. So thank you.